So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Oh man.
Outlanders.
Let me tell
Your
you,
journey
this
ends
intro,
here.
this game went like live globally.
Who are you?
It
The
was like
sustainer
what,
of
really
heavenly
young for me?
principles. The arrogation of mankind
And
ends
it was
now.
also like in the middle of summer, so I didn't really have anything to be late for. This looks so sweet back then. And honestly, it still looks really good. Like, pre-game guys. Let's see. I picked Ether. Let's go with the name I used to have back then, why not? I always thought those people like picked Ether as the character's name they would use. It was so cringe. Like, damn, you're really getting into the roleplay. But then again, I think that people are, you know, theorizing what the lore is and why.
Wait, don't go! Give my sister back!
Basically, the Traveler uses a fake name, which is the name you give them.
And just
Is that
like that,
they're
God took away
actively
my sister.
hiding their name.
Some kind of seal
Which
was
would be
cast
wild,
upon me, and I
if
lost my
confirmed.
power.
Who knows?
So while we used to travel from world to world, we are now trapped here.
I wonder if they ever implemented the skip button.
How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. When I woke, I was all alone, until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide.
I don't remember her talking this much in a third person. It's been a while, guys.
Let's get going.
Basically, I stopped playing for a while, and then the update where Capitano died, you know, dropped. And I haven't played since then. But yeah. Interact, yeah. I know how that. Can you believe how big this thing is now? Ugh. Honestly, one of the best parts of the game was always the exploration.
The path ends here. Guess we'll just have to climb. Climbing depletes stamina, and depleted stamina takes time to recover. Okay, let's
He
get through
didn't
what we
say.
planned. We're off
Also, the sky is blue, and you breathe oxygen.
Which of the 7 are you looking for exactly?
Take me to Benson.
Oh,
Take me to my fanboy.
wow.
I miss him.
That's a statue of the 7. There are a few of these statues scattered across the land to show the 7's protection over the world. Among the 7 gods, this god controls
Yeah, I
the
don't
wind.
remember being able to control the dialogue and shit
Paimon's
like
not
this.
sure whether the god you're looking for is
I
the
don't know if
animal
this is
god,
new
but
or if it's just for the
Paimon will
PS5
take you to
version
the
of the
animal
game.
god's place first, and there's the reason why.
Because he's a fanboy twink and based as fuck.
As we all know, poetry and language flow like the wind. There'll definitely be someone there who knows about your sister. At least that's what Paimon thinks. Whether the gods actually answer you is a different story. You never know unless you try. So let's hop to it.
I remember when this came out and everyone was just comparing it to basically a Breath of the Wild knockoff. Pretty much any open world game that came out around Breath of the Wild, you know, got compared to Breath of the Wild and basically Brennan a knockoff. Like, I think some people were even comparing screenshots saying this game legit like harvested assets from Breath of the Wild somehow. It's like, it's grass. Like, I know gamers, you can't expect them to know much about grass. But it's grass, that's how it's supposed to look like no matter where it is. You really can't change it much without no longer being grass, you know? But yeah, look at this. Look at this, man. And Inazuma should be around there. Honestly, I never liked the Inazuma arc much. I always thought that maybe Reagan
did you
should
just
have
hear the
been
elements
like
of the
executed
world?
or something. I don't know, I just
Seems all you
thought
had to do was just touch the statue and you got the power of animal.
like I don't know, I
As much
just
as they may
thought
want
it would be
people in this
interesting
world
if
can never get a hold of powers as
maybe
it's
like
because you're
I
not
don't
from
know
this world to
the
begin
whole
with.
because like
If
as
we
far as
keep
I
heading west
understood,
from here, we'll
she
eventually
basically
reach
knew that the
Mondstadt,
whole
the city of freedom.
Vision Hunt Decree was basically a ploy
Mondstadt is
from
the
the
city of
Fatui
wind
to
because they worship the
basically
god of animal.
just flood the market with delusions or some shit.
So perhaps
And that the
because you
people
got
that
power
she was
from the god of
entrusting
animal,
to govern
you
the
can find
country,
some clues there.
the council,
There are
which
also
she had a
lots of
veto
bards
over,
there, so
were
perhaps
being,
one
you
of
know,
them has heard
bought
news of
and
your
corrupt
sister.
by the Fatui and the Teresa and
Let's
shit
move
like that.
then.
Which basically means
The elements in this world responded to your prayers, and
she
Paimon
basically
thinks
approved a
that's a
plan
lovely
that would
sign.
make her people suffer. And I don't know, I always thought that maybe it would have been interesting if the story ended with her, I don't know, getting deposed or even executed for that. Like, maybe make a point like, you can't trust gods who always have, you know, morals, best interests in
These are
mind,
the
especially
animal powers
because
you got from the statue of
it
the
was
Seven.
right after,
Oh, Paimon's so jealous. Why doesn't
you know,
Paimon get cool fighting powers?
the Leo arc, where basically Zhongli pretty much just tested his people to see if they would survive without him and the other adepti and shit like that. And then we have, and that was after a land that has been without a god for centuries and it's been doing just fine.
What is that?
I don't know, I just thought we
There's
would
something
continue
huge
on the
in
wave
the sky.
of maybe
It's headed
gods
towards the heart of the
aren't
forest.
needed,
We
you
must
know?
proceed with caution.
But no, since she has big titties, guess she gets to live instead of us making a point that actually makes this story interesting. And there's the dogs. I love dogs. Have I ever told you I love dogs? Ugh.
Huh? Look at that!
Don't be afraid. It's all right now. I'm back.
Is he talking to a dragon?
Who's there?
The music in this game always slapped so hard, honestly.
That was close. Paimon almost got blown away. Luckily,
I remember when
Paimon
they like
managed to grab
were
hold of your
making
hair.
big
Thanks.
concerts
Just
and shit.
what
I think
was
they still
that?
do,
Paimon thought we were gonna get eaten.
but I don't know. I haven't since
Definitely
Capitano
has-
died. I kinda
yeah.
haven't
Paimon
been
gets why you're
connected to this
worried.
game
Oh, what's that?
much on the news.
There's some kind
Just
of
been getting
shiny red
snippets
thingy
of
on
this
the
and
big
that,
rock over
like
there.
of the characters.
Let's go take a
Parker looks
closer
hot
look.
as shit, honestly.
Be careful. Paimon doesn't have a good feeling about this.
I
Paimon's
guess
never
I'll
seen a
take the
stone like
opportunity
this
since I don't have
before,
anything to do
so
to it,
Paimon
and
can't
just
tell what it is.
go
All
get
Paimon
myself a
knows is that
controller
it's
that actually
dangerous.
functions
Best we put
normally.
it away for now.
I've been putting that off for so long.
Okay,
because
we've got it.
ugh,
Now let's get out of here.
having to go to the mall, shit. I have to like go there and it's just so boring. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to not use
Hey, you!
physics controls
Stop right there!
like instinctively while playing. Oh, she still has like a default
May the animal god protect you, stranger.
the
I am
upgraded
Amber,
outfit.
outrider for the Knights of Favonius.
And yes, I say upgraded because the
You
outfit's
don't
just
look like
shiny.
citizens of Mondstadt. Explain
Honestly, I always
yourselves.
liked it more than
Well, we're
the
not looking for
the
trouble.
base outfit. Like when
That's
that
what all the
happened,
troublemakers say.
honestly, I think
Doesn't sound
Sheen
like a
was the one who
local
got the
name to me.
Cuntier update,
And
and
this
Rosaria also.
mascot.
Like I really
What's the
loved
deal with
their
it?
new design.
I mean, we've
But
only been
Amber's-
traveling partners for 2 months, but
Honestly, I really
we've
like
already
that
become the very
now
best
her
of friends.
shorts and her
So to sum
corset
it up,
thing kind of
you're
looks like a one
traveling
piece.
partners, right?
It's kind of
Well, look,
cute.
There's been a large dragon sighted around Mondstadt recently. Best
Although
to get inside the
honestly,
city as soon as
of all
possible.
the outfits we
It's
put
not far from here. I'll escort you there.
so outrageous that
aren't you
basically the
out here for
CCP
some other
forced them
reason?
to censor them.
I am,
Amber's always
but
the
not to
painless
worry.
one.
I can keep you both safe while doing that too. Besides, I'm still not sure if I can trust you two just yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably not something I should say as a knight. I give you my apologies.
But yeah, I can
strange
see
yet
they never
respectable
implement the goddamn
travelers.
skip button.
that sounded so fake.
Do you have something against the type of language usage prescribed by the Knights of Favonius handbook? Outrider Amber, reporting for duty. Just say the word if you ever need my help.
Yeah, you can see her original outfit in her splash art. Honestly, of all the outfits that they censored because they were so bad, hers basically they basically just changed the colors and didn't change jack shit, honestly.
let me officially introduce the city of wind, dandelions, and freedom. Travelers under the protection of the Knights of Favonius, welcome to Mondstadt.
Finally, no more having to camp outdoors. But the city folk don't look too cheery.
We never
Everyone's
had to
been put out
camp.
of
We've been
place
here
by storm
for...
terror recently.
Oh right,
But
we've
everything
known
will
this,
turn out
this
fine
girl
as
for
long
like
as
2
Jean's
months
with
now,
us.
right?
Jean?
Acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Jean, Defender
I
of
wonder why it
Mondstadt.
took us 2
With Jean
months
on
to
our
finally
side,
tell her
surely
our
even
tragic
before I
backstory.
take you guys to the Knights of Favonius headquarters,
Hmm.
I have a present for you, traveler. It's a reward for helping me clear out that Hilitril camp.
Hey! Why doesn't Paimon get a reward?
Because you didn't do jack shit,
Because
Simon.
this reward is useless to you, Paimon. But I'll treat you to a traditional Mondstadt delicacy,
And
sticky
you didn't
honey
do
roast.
shit, Paimon.
Sticky honey roast!
Come with me. We'll head to the
Have you guys
city's,
ever like tried honey?
high ground.
Honestly, it's so sweet, it's disgusting. Like I don't know how people like, oh I don't like my coffee with processed sugars. I prefer natural brown sugar. Oh,
This
I
used
don't
to be a
even
bustling
eat sugar
street,
because it's
but with so many
unhealthy,
storm
you know.
terror attacks
I
recently,
take my
the usual
coffee
crowds
with
are
some
nowhere to be
honey
seen.
in a, you know,
Except for the
natural
local tavern near the
sweeteners
city
as
wall over
in
there.
nature
They haven't been
intended
affected.
to keep
If
my body
anything, their
flavor.
business is better than ever.
Y'all know sugar is natural, for starters, and second, brown sugar doesn't taste like sugar. It just tastes like burned shit.
So, the present I want to give you is a wind glider. Outriders use them to ride the wind, and the people of Mondstadt love using them too. I brought you here to give it to you, so you can experience it right away.
Oh, you're really excited about these wind gliders, huh?
Well, that's because the wind is the heart and soul of Mondstadt. Alrighty
I
then,
miss
enough
when
talk. Let's
Paimon's
give
voice
it a
was, you
whirl.
know,
It's easy to use,
not
but you still need to
as
pay attention to my
he or she
instructions.
sing. I even heard that the voice actress herself, like, was basically having to deal with constant throat pain because of how high pitched they basically make Paimon's voice. I wonder if they ever changed voice actors, because I think there was some drama with the voice acting studio they were using for the English dub.
The sky.
Something about, you know, payments not being made on time, like Toyo even said like, no, we even asked the papers to prove we pierced them to pay them to the studio, they should be processing the payments it's on their side, not ours. And I think they had to change things at some point when the whole AI bullshit started, because, you know, at least some studios that we were using were kind of like dragging their feet on signing on with you know, protections, so the voice actors wouldn't have their voices sprayed for the AI training. Yay, now it's time for the janky
How are you staying afloat
air
like
combat.
this with just a wind glider?
I'm preventing your fall with the power of 1,000 winds. Now, concentrate. See yourself
Mysterious
grasping the
voice,
wind.
I wonder who it
Harness
is.
its energy.
Who said that?
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar at all. It doesn't even sound like someone we heard like 5 minutes ago in the middle of a forest talking with this same dragon. I wonder if Maxor is ever going to make an update on his
Are
Genshin
you
Impact
hurt?
video. That'd be nice. I love Maxor's videos. Oh yeah!
You've actually got the
My
power to go up
negative
against a
ass
dragon.
having king.
Are you a new ally? Or a new storm?
With eyes that just scream, I'm going to be important for the
Storm
lore
Terror
layers.
is attacking Mondstadt itself! Kaya, Traveler, you've come at the right time. We must...
Hold on, Amber. Are you perhaps forgetting to introduce us?
Oh, right. This is Kaya, our cavalry captain. These two are travelers from afar.
From afar. Is that all we know of them?
Long story short...
I see. Welcome to Mondstadt. Though you haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid.
With you
I
around, it's
understand
always
the
the
anguish
best
of
of
being
times,
separated
dude.
from family. I'm not really sure why you're looking for the Animo God. Oh, but everyone has their secrets, right? Relax.
You have a lot of them.
I won't press you for more. First and foremost, on behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend our thanks to you for your help just now.
Yeah, I don't work for free,
How
so
about a
cough up the
traditional
money.
Mondstadt Your fight to defend the city against the dragon just now was witnessed by no small number of citizens. The acting Grand Master of the Knights of
accept
Favonius
to
is
post
also
for the
very
statue they're
interested in
going to
meeting
build
you,
of
and
me.
formally invites you both to our headquarters.
Oh, it sure is windy. Also, this reminds me of the storms
This
we
seems
had
to be the Knights of Favonius
in the beginning of the year.
Let's head in.
Like, I'm talking entire, like, villages floating over here. It was wild. I think there's still some reconstructions going on their way because of that shit.
Jean, what's the hurry? I thought we agreed to meet them here.
There have been sightings of storm terror outside the city. Once we meet, we must...
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Jean, I've brought them.
I don't remember the voice, you know, the syncing with the
And
voice
once it was
syncing
over,
being
I
that
brought them
bad.
straight here.
Maybe my memories are, you know,
Mondstadt welcomes you,
fucked
Windborn
up by
travelers.
nostalgia.
I am Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This is Lisa, our resident librarian.
Oh, are you sweeties here to help us out?
Honestly,
You're both so
Lisa's version
adorable.
always, like,
Sadly,
gave me a
the
bit of a,
timing is
what
regrettable.
the fuck is going on? Because,
Storm
like,
terror has caused
it's
quite a
awful.
ruckus in the region since its
like the
recent
rest of
resurgence.
them are all round, but hers is oval.
Simply put,
then
Mondstadt's
there's
elemental
Kaya's
sphere and ley
that's
lines
missing
are
a
now
wing.
akin to a yarn ball in the paws of a kitten. For a mage, it couldn't get much worse.
Yeah, you can tell
My
that
skin is
that
one
after the
elemental
budget
particle
was
away
just
from a
a
full-blown
fucking dream.
breakout.
If it weren't for this interference, the Knights of Favonius would have better ways
Like,
to help you than
for
just
what they had in the
putting up
beginning,
missing person
like I heard
posters.
that the budget
We
was like
simply ask that you repose
basically
in
this
Mondstadt
game was built
while
with a
we help
box
you
of
seek out your
magics and a
sister.
dream. That's how small the budget was, you know,
Paimon will help too.
in comparison to
Good.
most gacha
In that
games
case, we need a plan.
starting
With
budget.
storm terror now directly attacking Mondstadt, we may have an opportunity to cut
Okay, you
this
can
problem
tell.
off at the
Just
source.
because when you start
Lisa
to
has
compare
revealed the sources of
early
Storm Terror's
characters
power
with
with her detection
later
magic.
characters, like the
Is that
models,
so?
just which you know, it's
They're
something
located
that's
in the
normal.
abandoned
As
Four Winds
games
temples.
go on,
Storm
even
Terror's
the
ability to whip
staff
up these kinds of
starts to get
storms
a
can be
little bit better
attributed to a
because they're
drawing power
practiced.
from the
They're
temples.
getting more and more
Our
experience
objective
working
is to deal
on the
with 3
characters
of
and
the 4
shit.
temples.
It's
I
just
trust
normal for
everyone
them to improve over
understands why
time,
we
you
are
know?
only dealing with 3.
But also budgets
Paimon
increase and
doesn't.
shit like that, so it's
Knights
normal.
of Favonius, time is against us.
But the difference
The
is
storm is
so
rampant.
jarring,
There's no point in maintaining a defensive
especially
position.
when, you know,
All right,
like early
we need
characters,
to take initiative and
they don't
act
really
before
have
the
those,
situation escalates.
janky little details anymore, like, you know, Alkaya and Lisa have. And now we wait for the rest of the content to be uploaded. I think I'm going to stop the stream here for now. and be right back. And I'm still recovering. So yeah, basically I spent a whole week working like full-time shifts, full-day shifts while sick.
This is it. One of the deserted temples of these temples. There's a chance even Storm Terror has given up. Yes, I also find. Wait, the wind tier. Let's go in.
Thank you for letting me select what I'm actually trying to select. Yeah, Noelle was always one of my favorite characters to play. You could just go woo, woo, like Beyblade with her. It was fun.
Wow, I can see so far into the temple.
Can you shut the fuck up? You already taught me how to do this. Seriously, is there like a way to... Like, one of the things I hate when games do is when they take control away from you in any way, shape or form. Like, one thing is your character, like, stops because, you know, it's a cutscene. But when they, like, you're just trying to walk and they take control away from the camera, it pisses me off to no end.
Oh no! A horn! The fighting must have got them riled up. Well, good thing I prepared my secret weapon, explosive puppet berry bunny.
Whatever. Let me just, No, I don't want that. Guess I can't change the controls.
Are those explosive
No.
barrels over there? Well, one shot should be able to blow them up.
Windblade!
Yeah, I want to change the interacts in the combat buttons because... Yeah, I'm just used to, you know, the... Oh my fucking god!
High. Seems like there's something up there.
But how do we get across?
Like, you're already showing me where I need to go by putting a marker on it. Stop taking control away from me from... I hate it when they do that.
Dragon's breath. Is that where the powers... Phew, I'm tired.
I'm
But
sick
at
of this
least
also.
this way we've helped Jean out. In the past, but now with Storm Tip, the winds change. So too should our tactics.
You just used to worship bullshit and now the bullshit is coming to kill you. 4 bullshits and one of them is mad. For some fucking reason. I know why it's pissed the fuck off, but no. They haven't revealed it yet. One of the things I like about this game is that you can basically just actually farm XP to a certain extent. There.
A reward on the road.
Yes, I know what those are.
updated wind things. Let's head back to the statue of the Seven at Windrise and offer it to the gods. Well, you should come with me. Paimon will tell you about the rest later.
Like, let me tell you, there were times where, you know, back when I was, you know, a hardcore player of this game, where I would get, like, stuck just fighting Signora with Barbara, because I had on her that set that basically the more she heals, even, you know, over healing, it will, you know, just
Wonderful.
condense into a bubble and explode. There were times where everyone would die because, I don't know, some people see a Barbara on the team and just decide they can just stop, you know, thinking. They can just go buck wild like they're you know, berserkers and like immortal, but like they seem to forget that they're still very immortal. I can only heal so much, even with, you know, good artifacts on that thing, you know? And yeah, basically there were times where I would get stuck just fighting, just midway through a second phase, everyone would die, and I would just get stuck fighting, chipping away at her health. Like, my life depended on it. Like, if this game had a voice chat function, after the time would just be me cursing my teammates for sucking at the game. Because how dare you leave me to just dying and leaving me to fend for myself against a fucking fiery tornado of rage and grief. Rip Signora, she deserved better, honestly. Like, of all the crimes the Riken Shogun committed, killing a bad bitch like her was one of the worst. Like, honestly, it's like third. The first was basically being a deadbeat bitch. The second was being, you know, just a shitty leader, just basically even going as far as to raise a weapon against one of her people.
Closer. Can you smell that? Something must have happened in the temple.
And the third was just, you know,
slimes,
killing a bad bitch who honestly deserves to be playable.
Terror extra power. Oh yes. It is going to... As bustling, it's a pity that... Let's head in. No one makes offerings. We need to clear out the temples.
Pretty much my main team while I was playing this game back in the day would be, you know, either Barbara or Noelle as a healer, and then I would have Razor, Bennett, and either Fichel or Rosaria. I didn't really play with many of the others. Just a solid team.
If I'm not mistaken, the end of the temple should be up there.
Wait, how do you know?
Experience. The kind of experience... Unless I'm mistaken, you don't seem to have a vision. So how exactly is it that you're able to channel elemental energy?
And I don't think we ever had to deal with any of these afterwards. Like, as far as I remember, this is the only time we find traps like these.
Freeze!
Finally, we're here.
Which honestly is understandable because,
Let's use the wind currents to fly up.
you know, they can't really just spoil you with what mechanisms you're going to find. They can only, you know, give you like a list of the of recommended elements, and not everyone listens to recommendations, you know.
Water! We can use this to put out fire!
Good
Yes,
idea.
that's
Keen
how
observation.
physics works.
We should get June to give you a title and make you a knight.
Kaya, stop being a bitch. She's trying, okay? That's a child. Stop beefing with a child. I was going to try to jump over it at first.
Speaking of, did you know? Storm Terror was once one of the 4 winds. I'm not aware of the exact details. If you're interested, you can ask the acting Grand Master about it.
Is that the thing that Storm Terror is using to gain its power?
Seems probable. Let's deal with... Bravo! What a performance! You are, to my surprise, a well-trained knight. The battles you just fought were sights to behold. Story, please do visit me at our headquarters when you have the time. I also know a lovely tavern, if that's more your thing.
Damn, dude, we just met? Chill.
Quite rewarding, no?
We've seized another temple from Storm Terror's grasp!
I can take care of the rest here. You go take care of other things while I'm at it.
See you later then, bye-bye!
There's no way Hilly Turtles organized an ambush like this themselves. Not with their limited mental capacity. Thus you were behind this.
Knights of Favonius, always so inefficient.
Agree to disagree.
And
but
here we have
your involvement in
Genshin's
this just
Batman.
made things a whole lot more
You
interesting.
guys wanna know a fun fact about this guy? So basically, back in my university days, I was, you know...
Knight of Favonius. Please allow me to join you on your journey. Guarding you on your journey sounds far more entertaining than any of the usual Favonius stuff.
Yeah, these people talk way too long during these introductions. Anyway, like I was saying, back in my university days, basically we were, you know, outside one of those halls where you go to, you know, have tests and stuff. It was, you know, the final exam of one of our classes. And I was waiting there with some of my colleagues, you know. We were getting there and we were just waiting for the teacher to get there so we could start the exam, which most of us would fail because that teacher had like, for somehow, like an 80% fail rate. And yes, it was one of those teachers that was proud of how many students failed this class. Yeah, and basically one of them asked, "Hey, do you play Genshin?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been playing since day one, honestly, but honestly been kind of not playing as much. I kind of got bored of the game, you know." He's like, "Yeah, me too. What's your favorite character?" And I'm like, "Oh, Razor, I love him." And he's like, "Ain't that a kid?" And yeah, I didn't know how to explain to the guy that you can have a character that's your favorite character that you don't want to fuck. Honestly, why I was wasting my time talking with them is beyond me. I was just bored, and honestly, I should have been revising. Yeah, I ended up failing that test, but so did he. And like I said, 80% of the class. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was up with that teacher. Like, I had 2 main classes because, you know, you had like the core classes in your course, and then you had a certain number of credits you had to obtain through, you know, optional classes.
Another target tracked down by
And I had 2 core classes with that teacher. And that teacher, like I said, it is like an 80% fail rate. And how do I know that? Simple, because I don't know how it was in your university, but in mine, you were able to not only see your grades, but also the grades of everyone else in that class. Like at the end of the semester and shit. So yeah, about 80% would fail.
Opening a chest is like
And the ones that
again.
passed, they were like with 11s and 12s. This is on the scale of 0 to 20, by the way, for context. Until there was this year that he suddenly got sick and basically didn't give half the classes that he was supposed to give that semester. And I guess he just decided to pass everyone because he assumed that we didn't meet his impossibly high standards because, you know, he hadn't been there to give us classes. Yeah, right now I'm just putting whatever on them. Just fill it. I'll later, you know, farm proper artifacts for them.
I'll race you there.
But for now, this will do. It's also the prologue, it's not really that difficult. One of the things I like about, you know, CCZ is that, unlike Genshin, they don't, like in story quests, they really don't make you use your own characters if you don't want to. They give you trial characters, basically.
Leave it all to me.
They are, you know, ready for use. You don't have to necessarily have at already the characters needed for the synergy and stuff. They give you, you know, pretty solid characters and even team combinations when you go into a history quest, story quest, you know.
I'll keep this close.
It's pretty neat. I know, I just think it takes a lot of the pressure out of, you know, character building and stuff. Because meanwhile, here you're kinda, if you have shit characters, you're kinda fucked. I remember when they basically released Natlan, and either you had the Traveler or you had to buy other, you know, 5-star characters to basically make the traversing that nightmare of a country, you know, traversable. Sure, take this. I don't know if they ever implemented my suggestion, honestly.
What's the hurry?
Can you feel the blessings of the seven? In Mondstadt, people call them animalculi. They can be fitted into the statue's eyes. Some stories say the statue's eyes originally had gems that were taken by swallows, but animalculi never had a physical form from the start. People with visions collect them to offer to the statues as blessings. Unlike
But as I was
others with
saying,
powers, you don't have a vision. But the rules of this world don't apply to
yeah,
you
basically
anyway,
I did a
so
suggestion
offering
back in the day when I
animalculi,
still
maybe
played
you'll
this
receive more
that having to just go to a statue of the seven every time you wanted to change the traverse element was just so bothersome, and I asked, hey, could you like implement, I don't know, a gadget or something that allows us to, you know, just change disguised elements like while out in the open, like not necessarily mid combat or anything, like out exploring, being able to, you know, change the traveler's element, because sometimes you want to make team combinations with the traveler, which honestly was rare. I don't think I ever saw anyone playing with the traveler. I didn't play with him
I'll keep
myself
this
because
close.
you know, sometimes you wanted to make certain team combinations, and having to constantly change the traveler's element was just, bothersome because of the method you needed to use. And yeah, I suggested that, and like, oh yeah, we're going to, basically send this message to our team as a suggestion box. And I don't think they ever implemented that. Honestly, they should have. I mean, my suggestions are good. You'll be the dumbass if you don't take them. But it was just so fucking boring having to probably be going to a saturated and just change this motherfucker's elements. Ugh. One of the things that made me so I never really played Traveler
Hey, cutie.
was that, like, they didn't really give you a sword that, it was felt his.
Question. Basically.
So,
Because, like, maybe it's the autism, or maybe I have, like, some borderline, compulsiveness or stuff. Something like the thing where you're obsessed with making things neat or tidy or whatever. Yeah, maybe it was that, but I don't know, none of the weapons they ever gave us, like, if a weapon doesn't feel like it belongs to the character, I just couldn't bring myself to use them. So I never used a Traveler because none of the weapons they gave us felt his. I hope that by now at least they gave him, like, his sword.
I knew it. There is a strong elemental energy coming from deep within this temple. Paimon, are you... Let's
And what do you mean by feeling his? Like, there's just some weapons that you just look at them and you look at the character and go, yeah, that looks like it was designed to fit the character. The Traveler didn't have one of those.
Cool it.
I must leave no stone unturned.
It's an electro monument.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out already.
Let me try to activate it with a bit of electro power. Stand back, sweeties.
Dodge this.
Yeah, sometimes this game, like in terms of puzzles, felt way too hand-holdy. That's one thing that honestly also turned me off from playing like Wuthering Waves. That and just, I don't know, the writing just fell off. I don't know if it was, just a translation because, I was playing with the English translation because I don't understand Chinese. But yeah, it just felt off, like everything the characters say just felt... Like, real people don't talk like that, that's weird. I don't know, maybe it's just me being an autistic fuck. Wait. And we have dinner. Yeah, I've been trying to implement more vegetables into my diet.
Oh, another wind current. Let's ride it up from here.
I ate a lot of clementines while at the job. Because, I don't know about you guys, but I can't eat right after I wake up. I have to really be awake for a couple hours. So my stomach will be able to actually take in anything solid. And even like something like a coffee, it's already just pushing it. But you can't just go the whole morning without eating, so I'll take a clementine. So yeah, Benigno ate a lot of food while working. And also rib barbecue flavored Doritos.
As a good knight should. Leave it all to me.
Oh, so sorry.
Chain lightning can be set off between electro-charged opponents. The electrical discharge caused by friction is only a little less shocking. Oh, you want to know about this gem? You're kidding. You're seriously asking? This is a vision. It's used by the Chosen to draw on elemental powers. In terms of mysticism, I suppose you could call it a magical lightning rod.
And also functions as a magic wand in terms of narrative and shit sometimes. At least as far as I remember from how the story of this game goes. Just seems like
What?
visions
You've
can do
never
whatever.
seen a vision? Just where exactly
Just
are you
like the
from?
Gnosis.
Are
It's
you
just
a
like,
helitrop
oh,
with
you
some
can do
level of
this,
reasonable
this, and this, and that.
intelligence?
Okay, is there anything that
No,
bitch can't
I
do?
doubt it. After all, break it and then sit home and relax. The thought of putting my...
I wonder if they ever explain where visions came from, because, like, in the beginning, me and a lot of people thought, you know, they came from either the Archons, you know? Especially because when we went on to the Inazuma arc, they were like, oh yeah, the Electro Archon basically... Okay, can you let me select X, please? Thank you.
Ooh, it's fun. Wow, all that. Wanna go back and but if you got. By the way, we might come.
You literally already explained this to me. Are you going to explain this to me to every quest that ever gets, you know, an Adventure Awakening as a requirement to enter? Oh my god. Like I was saying, basically, when we went to the Inazuma arc, me and a lot of people thought that, you know, the Archons were, you know, in charge of visions. Especially because, you know, the Electro Archon and no visions, like no Electro visions being given, you know, they seem to coincide, like, chronologically, when those started. But no. Like, as far as I remember, visions are instead given to the holder of the Dragon Authority. And, like, Celestia kinda gave the Archons, which are by, like, extension connected to it, the Dragon Authority, at least that's how far I understood of the lore back then. I don't know, it's been years. And Celestia is kinda pissed off that, you know, the Electro Archon just was revolting against them because she was taking away people's visions and just decided to not give people more Electro visions, which I don't understand why. Like, I don't know if that happens, like, if a god that was, you know, supposedly under my control was basically going against me, I would either smack them down myself or give their people even more visions and more power so they could, you know... Also, that's why I thought she was getting deposed, because honestly, like, what the fuck is wrong was the problem? Oh, I lost my sister, and I just borrow. People just can't use it, it's dangerous, or whatever the fuck was going on with her. Honestly, screw that. But yeah, long rant over. I'm going to film the Archon quest and nothing else. Only 4 stars will be available for me to play as. Not playing as 5 stars. And not using event quests like weapons and shit. Only weapons that you can get either on the limited weapon banner or the standard banner. And I only play with the weapons I want, so if any of you ever come at me like, oh, why don't you equip this weapon? It's like, I don't give a shit about stats. I give a shit about looking nice. Which is also one of the reasons I like DZZ so much, because you can look nice without having the signature weapons. Yes, the signature weapons give them some flair, but they don't look like maniacs without style if you don't have them. Like some of these characters look with their dual blades and a giant fish claymore. Just look stupid! But yeah. Thank you for coming. And bye.